some interceptions. Like to get more, but I'm real happy with all three of those guys.
And how does it stress? How does it stress the defense in terms of the secondary, in terms of going from like a Stanford to an Arizona, going from a power to a spread?
Yeah, and this is a different spread. This is really like an option offense. I mean, their quarterback is in the run game. This is a completely different offense than we faced all year long. You have to make sure you account for the quarterback. And a lot of this offense is you see a lot of high school offenses run this, where the quarterback is in the run game, and you have to have that extra fitter to tackle the quarterback. It's a lot of like with the Seattle Seahawks when they end up pulling Russell Wilson. You need that extra defender there to tackle the quarterback. And so all of a sudden you start donating more guys to stop the running back and the quarterback, and then all of a sudden it's a pass. And if they catch it, it ends up being a long play. And so that's why these guys have a ton of explosive plays. That's why they're leading the conference in points right now. And I think they're way up there in rushing yards as well. Because now you start donating all those guys, and a couple guys miss a tackle, guys out the gate.
What do you think you guys were able to defend them so well last year down there?
Yeah, I know. First, it starts with the players. They played really hard. They played extremely hard. They tackled really well. I think we had to change our scheme a little bit, obviously, to match what they did. I think we had a little bit different deal that they've seen all year long, and so we're gonna have to change it again this year just to make sure they don't kind of get beat on what we're doing. But it first starts with the players. I mean, we played really hard against those guys last year. We tackled really well. But we still gave up a couple of pass plays because it was such a, all hands on deck trying to stop the quarterback and the running back, and then all of a sudden he's pulling out there throwing downfield, and we ended up giving up some explosion plays last year that we got to eliminate this year.
If it's Randall, who's averaging like 11 yards per carry, or a Solomon, does that matter so much for you?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I think we have to respect both of them because I think they're both really good athletes. But also, if you look at the numbers, number 8, he's almost the leading rusher on the whole team at quarterback. But I mean, Solomon's all right. He's a heck of an athlete too, and he can get out there and run. So, whichever guy's back there, we have to honor. And if they're keeping the football, we got to make sure we're ready to go attack and tackle them.
How's your depth now with Beaver gone? What happens back there?
Yeah, a lot of switching and moving, and but that's what we're prepared for as coaches. We always have that next guy ready to go, and so then you just got to think 3 moves ahead. It's like playing chess, and that's where we've had these plans in place since the beginning, and so we just got to move different guys around. Different guys know different spots, and so we're always prepared for the worst.
How did Turner do last week in Clay's absence in the first half?
Yeah, no, he tackled really well. He came up. I know. I'm sure their running backs are pretty sore after that game. I know they're happy sore because they won the game, but he came up and had some really nice physical tackles. Would like to have that first touchdown pass back. All those plays that I put that on me. If the guy doesn't make the play, that comes back to coaching. But we'd definitely like to have that pass back. But I thought he tackled really well, and he was prepared.
When those kind of tackles are administered on a quarterback, are they a little hesitant to keep the next time?
Are you talking about Arizona now?
Yeah. Or a running quarterback in general?
Yeah, I think so. I think you definitely have to make sure if their quarterback keeps it, you have to make sure they feel it like a running back for sure. I mean, there's no playing patty cake with him, that's for sure. I mean, if he wants to be a running back, we got to treat him like a running back and make sure we hit him.
And all losses are tough, but does last year's loss that Arizona made, does that one sting any more than the others? Simply because that was so close and then it sort of went away there in the last couple minutes.
Yeah, I know. I hear you on that one. And I feel like we've had close ones this year that they all sting too. It goes down to we've had a possession at the last drive of the game to go win it. But that one, that one definitely hurt. It was a hard fought game. To lose it there at the very end with a field goal at the end definitely stung for sure. But all the ones this year sting. All these losses sting pretty hard.